MacLeod coming at you once again from Down Under. Today we are doing a very exciting video. That's right, this is my very first unboxing of a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray title, but it also marks the very first foray into the 4K medium from Walt Disney Pictures. This is very exciting. Disney have finally jumped headfirst into 4K. We've got a couple more titles coming out towards the end of the year, which means Disney is all steam ahead with the format. Of course, today though we are taking a look at the one spectacular film that was screaming out loud to be released on the format. It is, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Yes, not only is this Disney's very first 4K title, but it's Marvel's very first 4K title. Look at the slipcover on that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? We're going to have a quick look and unboxing of this, and then we're going to come back. I'm going to talk a little bit about the picture quality and give just a very quick review on the disc itself. So let's get into the unboxing. And here it is, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on 4K Ultra HD. And doesn't this cover look absolutely gorgeous? In fact, this could be one of the greatest slipcovers Disney has ever done. They've finally going back and putting more effort into their slipcovers recently. And it's nice to see that they're actually putting some decent effort into this 4K slipcover here. Look at the gorgeous holographic sort of design there on the cover. Catch the light on that and it is absolutely... It almost gives the cover sort of a 3D look. It's got multi-dimensions in there and it's just got bursts of color and refractions of light on there, and really this is 4K in your face, pow! And let's actually get a closer look at that, because it's worth sort of taking a real close look at how gorgeous this slipcover is. Of course, as you see when the light catches it there's quite a bit of embossing on this, on the logo, on the characters, and then in the back there's this great holographic sort of refraction of light there that I was talking about. This is an incredible slipcover. So the 4K Ultra HD up here is embossed, the title, the characters, and then of course we've got this Ultra HD sticker down here, which I'll probably be peeling off at some point because I don't like having the stickers on my slipcovers. And then down here, of course, we'll see that this is the Cinematic Universe Edition. The only previous Cinematic Universe Edition that Disney have produced was Doctor Strange, so I guess this is now Marvel's way of trying to differentiate their films from, say, Deadpool and the X-Men movies and stuff, because a lot of the general public are still very confused. And I still get a lot of people asking me, will Deadpool show up in Avengers Infinity War? Well, no. So I think the Cinematic Universe Edition is sort of Disney's way to sort of differentiate their movies from everything else. Also, the Cinematic Universe Edition seems to be the new banner for Deluxe Edition, because it was previously on the Doctor Strange 3D and now it's on the 4K. So it's the banner that they're putting on the big releases, the big comprehensive releases of their movies. So that's a really nice look at the front cover of the slipcover there. So let's flip over to the back and we'll take a look at the back cover here. And once again, we get quite a nice new design from Disney. Each new format they sort of have a different design on their back cover. I kind of like this. It's nice, it's streamlined, it's very simplistic. We've got it split up into two sections down the bottom here, which is disc 1 and disc 2. Of course, disc 1 doesn't actually have any special features. That's the 4K Ultra HD disc. Basically, they just want to leave the movie on there to breathe by itself with these 4K discs. I think that's fantastic. There's not a lot of 4K releases out there that actually have special features on the 4K disc itself. It's always just sort of left to go on the Blu-ray, which I think is fantastic, because a lot of compression elements that you get on a standard Blu-ray do come from the fact that they try and pack the movie and a bunch of special features on there. I mean, I know there's enough space on the disc to store all that stuff, but when you start cramming a lot of stuff in, it is to the detriment of the picture of what's on there. So the 4K disc is great that they've just put in the movie on there and they leave the movie to breathe, and you don't get a lot of compression elements in there. So that's fantastic. Again, the back of this slipcover is really nice. It's not holographic, it's not embossed or anything, but it's got this really nice sort of metallic shimmer on there, which is, oh, gorgeous. And again, look, if you catch the light on that, it's just bursts of different colors, like the rainbow effect sort of thing. Again, we're going to come close with this because it really does deserve to be looked at properly. Just look at the kind of colors that are used in there. It's like got this really metallic sort of shimmer to it, different colors bursting through there, and it's just, I can't even explain this slipcover. It is beautiful. Look at the way that catches the light. Absolutely stunning. For those of you who like looking at the spines, there's a spine for the disc right there. It's interesting to know that Disney have gone with these interesting slip covers here, which have got the corners sort of cut off, the sort of rounded edges here. And then it goes over to the slip, and the slip sort of stops a little bit shorter than where it would normally stop. Now I'm going to do a quick close-up here. See, this is what I mean by the slip covers. They sort of stop a little from the bottom and a little from the top. Again, just something that sort of differentiates this release from anything else. I think that's okay. It looks a bit strange on the shelf, but once there's a bunch of these next to each other, it's gonna be okay. That's one side of the spine there. We got Star-Lord there, and then on the other side, we have Star-Lord again. Once again, Disney, come on, this is your opportunity to put multiple different characters on different spines. Give us the option of who we wanna show. Really, it's not an issue for me because I'd be choosing Star-Lord anyway. Pop this out of the slip, and we've got exactly the same cover art as we do on the slipcover, but look, it's not as punchy. It's not as vibrant just on the standard cover as it is on the slip. Well, let's get rid of the slipcover and let's take a look at the disc itself. So again, same front cover, same back cover, exactly the same. We've covered off the content of the disc, but we actually haven't taken a look at what the special features are itself on this Blu-ray release, and let me tell you, there's some fantastic stuff on this release here. We're gonna quickly skim over it. The Blu-ray disc that is included in this is the same Blu-ray disc that you get if you just buy the standard one disc Blu-ray edition of the movie. So this applies to absolutely everything. On here we get a visionary intro from director James Gunn, which is actually quite a nice little intro on there. I really liked watching that before checking out the film for a third time. Oh, incredible movie. We have got this great, what's called bonus round, the making of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which are 4-part featurette making of the movie. Goes for around about 40 minutes, which is quite good. Quite comprehensive documentary for one of these Disney releases where they don't really put too much effort into special features anymore. I mean, the first Iron Man set, I know it wasn't Disney, that was the Paramount release, but that was like a 2 or 3 hour documentary on the making of the film. It was absolutely incredible. I'd love to see something like that for the Guardians movies or for really any of the Marvel movies, but it's just simply under Disney's ownership, not something that we're going to see anytime soon, I don't think. But still, a 40-minute documentary is still quite comprehensive and it covers pretty much everything you want to know about the making of the movie. We've got a gag reel on there, which is quite funny. We have got deleted scenes on there, about 5 minutes worth of deleted scenes, which has got some fairly decent stuff. A wonderful audio commentary from director James Gunn. I've heard little bits and pieces of it. James Gunn's audio commentaries are fantastic. I'm looking forward to actually sitting down and listening to the whole thing properly. And then of course we have the Guardians Inferno music clip, which is hilarious. It's so bad, but it's hilarious. It's this hilarious little song with David Hasselhoff, like a 1970s disco sort of theme. It's also in the end credits of the movie as well. James Gunn has put together this incredible little music video for that, which is fantastic. So let us crack open the case and just take a very, very quick look at the contents inside here. Okay, so really all we get inside here are 2 discs. We have the 4K Ultra HD disc, which is really nice. What's the first thing you notice? Yes, disc art! Disney is back with the disc art! Except for on standard Blu-rays, which is just the normal blue with white writing, which is boring, but this is nice. Disney finally putting a little bit of effort into making their sets look good. And if you're paying the premium price to get the premium product, I want an all-round great package. Again, it's not, I mean, it's just the disc. You put the disc is inside the case 90% of the time. It's inside your player 10% of the time, and you never see it. But when you open it up, you want to see something nice. You want to see a nicely designed package. This is fantastic. Nice to see Disney finally going back to the disc art and not in an awful little template like they used to do. So that's nice. I like that. I really like that. And this here, boring, but please Disney, just start doing this effort. Of course, if you buy this brand new, you will also get a digital code in there and Disney Movie Rewards slip thing. I bought this on eBay, new, but the seller who I bought it from basically strips for parts, which means he buys the set and then he sells off the discs and the set in one listing on eBay, and then he sells off the digital copy code in another listing on eBay. It doesn't bother me too much. I mean, I have no use for the digital codes, and all I want is the discs, and if I can get it at a bargain price, then I'm gonna do that. And I got this really cheaply, so I was very happy with that. So really, that's the inside of the disc. I love the black cases on these 4K discs. But one other little fun thing that we do get with this set. Let's pull this out of the slipcover here. This is a little bit of fun. Disney seem to be, I don't know what's going on, but Disney are offering a lot of little perks with their releases lately. The recent Lion King release got a film strip, the Bambi release got a lithograph, and this is getting this Guardians of the Galaxy Inferno mini poster thing. Don't know what the deal with this is, but that is absolutely hilarious. The poster for the video clip. David Hasselhoff in the front rocking his best Saturday Night Fever, Elvis inspired outfit, and the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy gang in the background, including director James Gunn. I'll flip this up and give you a decent look at it, sort of gives you a decent look at this little poster. I mean, it's only a mini poster. It's not something that you're probably going to hang on your wall or anything. It's something that's just going to sit inside the case. But it's a nice little addition. It's nice to see that Disney are actually giving little perks with their releases recently. And again, it looks like maybe there's a new home media division or something. People actually know the consumer wants little bits and pieces of fun stuff like this. That makes me very happy. But as it seems, a lot of things make me happy. I'm easily pleased. I mean, once again, that awesome slipcover right there. I'm an easily pleased man by very shiny things. This has been Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on 4K Ultra HD. My very first 4K unboxing. Disney's very first 4K release. This is a fantastic release. Let's go back to the couch and discuss the picture quality of this release just for a little bit. Of course, once again, that is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on 4K Ultra HD. Doesn't that have just a gorgeous packaging? Once again, I'm so happy that Disney are finally putting a little bit more effort into their sets. That is absolutely awesome. Now, let's talk about the picture quality on the disc itself. I've recently bought myself a 4K television and player and setup so I can properly view these movies in the proper 4K. Of course, my cinema in here isn't set up for full 4K, so I've got the setup in my bedroom, and let me say, this movie looks absolutely gorgeous. The best thing about this disc specifically is the colors. The colors just absolutely pop off the screen. These are colors that look they don't even look real. They look so unnatural that it's just, it's like a hypnotic beauty. I mean, the colors, especially in the opening sequence and the back sequences in the movie and the sequences on Ego's planet, where it's just explosions and bursts of purples, blues, reds, greens, yellows, just incredible colors in your face. It is a little bit of a mixed bag though, the disc. The sharpness on the disc is very good. It's very sharp, but there's a few little things. I think this is going to be sort of where 4K finds its downfall, is that the picture is almost so good that you can tell that it's not real. I mean, it is a movie. It's not real. There's a talking little tree and a talking raccoon, but there has to be that level of believability in the movie. And when you start seeing the fact that what you're watching is CGI, pulls you out a little bit. It sort of distances you from the movie just a touch. That extra sharpness just makes all the CGI and the computer graphics and the computer animated characters just look a little unnatural. Like you look at it and you go, that's fake. Whereas if you're watching it on a normal Blu-ray, it's not as sharp. It's sort of softened off a little bit, so it doesn't look, does that make sense? It doesn't look as fake. It looks a little bit more real because it's not as clear. And as soon as you make an image really clear and really sharp, you start noticing all the blemishes. So while we can pick up a lot of incredible detail like skin pores and hair follicles and just all this incredible like detail in the costumes and stuff, when it comes to the CGI, you start picking up a lot of things that make it look computer animated. So it does pull you out of the movie just a touch. It's not even a complaint. It's just a statement on the format. And that you can only push so far until an audience gets withdrawn from a movie because it almost looks too real or too unreal. When I watched The Wizard of Oz for the very first time on Blu-ray, there was so much detail in that image that for the very first time ever, I was seeing things that I'd never seen in hundreds of times of viewing the movie over my life. And that was things like, you could actually see the paintings in the background, you see backdrops, you could see that it was filmed on a set, you could see set walls. I mean, it adds a little bit of a charm to that movie because it was made in 1939 and the whole Hollywood studio system picture, it's got this real magic. But in a movie like Guardians of the Galaxy, made in 2017, when you start really for the first time noticing things like, oh, okay, this scene was filmed on a set, or that is a really CGI background, it starts to pull you out a little bit. It's a double-edged sword. I mean, the picture is so good that it is like the best picture you've ever seen, but then on the other hand, it's so good that you start noticing a lot of the flaws. I don't know, again, it's going to be a double-edged sword, this 4K Ultra HD. As far as 4K transfers go, the very few that I have seen to compare it to, I've seen nicer images, but the colors and the HDR color grading that's been done on this movie is what blows this out of the water and sets it apart from the rest. I can watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in 4K and just let those colors sweep me away to a magical place. And I don't care if it's on a set or if it's CGI or anything like that. Anyway, you all know my thoughts on the movie. I absolutely loved it. If you want to see a proper review of the movie itself, check down the bottom. I've put links to my film review. There'll also be a hyperlink at the very end of the video. There'll also be a hyperlink to my unboxing of the Steelbook edition of this movie if you want to check that out as well. But for now, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If it's your first time view to my channel and you've liked what you've seen and you'd like to see more unboxings and videos like this, then please give me some support, and after the jump, hit subscribe. To all my regular viewers out there, thank you once again for joining me. Until next time though guys, take care and I hope you have a marvelous day.